What is machine learning?
Machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence that enables systems to learn from data and improve their performance without being explicitly programmed. It identifies patterns in data, builds models, and uses them to make predictions or decisions.
What are the main types of machine learning?
There are three primary types. Supervised learning, the model learns from labeled data, example predicting house prices. Unsupervised learning, the model finds hidden patterns in unlabeled data, example customer segmentation. Reinforcement learning, the model learns by interacting with an environment and receiving rewards or penalties, example self-driving cars.
What is the difference between artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning?
Artificial intelligence is the broader concept of creating intelligent systems. Machine learning is a subset of AI focused on enabling systems to learn from data. Deep learning is a subset of machine learning that uses neural networks with multiple layers to analyze complex data patterns like images, audio, or text.
What is supervised learning? Give examples.
In supervised learning, the model is trained using labeled datasets where both input and output are known. Common algorithms include linear regression, logistic regression, decision trees, and support vector machines. Example, predicting a student's score based on study hours.
What is unsupervised learning? Give examples.
Unsupervised learning deals with unlabeled data. The model tries to find hidden patterns or groupings in data. Examples include clustering and dimensionality reduction techniques like k-means, hierarchical clustering, and PCA.
What is overfitting and underfitting?
Overfitting, the model performs very well on training data but poorly on unseen data because it memorized the data. Underfitting, the model performs poorly on both training and test data because it failed to learn the underlying pattern. To handle these, we use techniques like regularization, dropout, or cross-validation.
What is the bias-variance trade-off?
Bias measures the error due to overly simple models, while variance measures error from models that are too complex. The goal is to find a balance, minimizing both bias and variance to achieve optimal model performance.
What are some popular algorithms used in machine learning?
Some common algorithms include linear and logistic regression, decision trees and random forests, support vector machines, k-nearest neighbors, naive Bayes, k-means clustering, gradient boosting, and XGBoost. Neural networks.
What is feature engineering?
Feature engineering is the process of transforming raw data into meaningful features that improve model performance. This includes creating new features, handling missing values, encoding categorical data, and scaling numerical features.
What is the difference between classification and regression?
Classification predicts discrete outputs or categories, such as spam or not spam. Regression predicts continuous values, such as predicting temperature or house prices.
What is a confusion matrix?
A confusion matrix is a table used to evaluate classification models. It shows true positives, true negatives, false positives, and false negatives. From this, metrics like accuracy, precision, recall, and F1 score are derived.
What is precision, recall, and F1 score?
Precision, the percentage of correct positive predictions. Recall, the percentage of actual positives that were correctly identified. F1 score, the harmonic mean of precision and recall, balancing both metrics for better evaluation.
What is cross-validation?
Cross-validation is a method to test the model's performance by splitting the data into multiple training and testing sets. The most common is k-fold cross-validation, where the data is divided into k parts and each part is used once as a test set.
What is regularization in machine learning?
Regularization is a technique to reduce overfitting by adding a penalty to large coefficients in the model. Common types include L1, lasso, and L2, ridge, regularization.
What is dimensionality reduction?
Dimensionality reduction reduces the number of input variables while retaining important information. It helps speed up training and removes noise. Common techniques include principal component analysis, PCA, and linear discriminant analysis, LDA.
What is the difference between bagging and boosting?
Bagging, bootstrap aggregating, trains multiple models independently and combines their predictions. Example, random forest. Boosting trains models sequentially, where each new model focuses on the previous model's errors. Example, XGBoost or EDABoost.
What is gradient descent?
Gradient descent is an optimization algorithm used to minimize the error or loss function in machine learning. It works by iteratively adjusting model parameters in the direction that reduces the error.
What are hyperparameters in machine learning?
Hyperparameters are configuration settings set before training a model, such as learning rate, number of trees, or number of hidden layers. They are not learned automatically and are tuned using methods like grid search or random search.
What is a neural network?
A neural network is a computational model inspired by the human brain. It consists of layers of interconnected nodes or neurons that process input data, detect patterns, and produce output predictions. Deep neural networks contain multiple hidden layers, making them powerful for complex tasks.
What is the difference between batch, stochastic, and mini-batch gradient descent?
Batch gradient descent uses the entire dataset for one update. Stochastic gradient descent updates after each training example, faster but noisier. Mini-batch gradient descent, a compromise that updates using small batches of data, balancing speed and stability.
What are activation functions in neural networks?
Activation functions decide whether a neuron should be activated or not. Common types include ReLU, sigmoid, and TANH. They help the network learn complex, non-linear relationships.
What is the difference between bagging and stacking?
While bagging combines multiple models of the same type to reduce variance, stacking combines different models to improve accuracy by using one model's output as another model's input.
What are evaluation metrics for regression models?
Common metrics include mean absolute error, MAE, mean squared error, MSE, root mean squared error, RMSE, R-squared score. These metrics help assess how close predictions are to actual values.
What is transfer learning?
Transfer learning is a technique where a pre-trained model on one task is reused for another related task. It saves time and resources, especially in deep learning applications like image recognition using pre-trained models like VGG, ResNet, or BERT for NLP.
What is the difference between parametric and non-parametric models?
Parametric models assume a fixed number of parameters, like linear regression. Non-parametric models don't assume a fixed form and can grow in complexity with more data, like k-nearest neighbors or decision trees.